And we are into semi-final number 2. Another best of 3 to decide who is going to go on to face Gilded Fly in the final. And some players perhaps thought that this is a match that is worthy of the final. Scrym gets a nice flick there, but M01st up in the air to stop him. M01st now going to take his time on control this. M01st tries to get it around Scrym, but he's well positioned to stop it, and he's going to push that all the way. I'm going to quickly go into my options and see if there's something I can do. It's not... yeah, I thought it was... I was on forced spectator ball cam, because it doesn't seem to give me... doesn't seem to take off ball cam at all when players are dribbling, and I'm pretty certain they do not have ball cam on. Scrym now just plays that right onto M01st, but he gets the save on it. Now Scrym is going to increase his lead to 2 goals there. Scrym with a great advantage off the kickoff, and he's going to make it 3 quickly. Only a minute gone so far, and Scrym has got the 3-0 lead. And M01st is going to push that one in straight off the kickoff. Scrym plays it off the wall, but M01st pushes forward, putting the pressure on Scrym now. Clear straight onto M01st, but back to Scrym again. Not sure if M01st can get round Scrym for this one. Scrym is back in time, even though he had no boost. M01st now is going to play it off the backboard. Scrym with a good clear. M01st is really taking his time on his attacks here. Scrym now going for what I call the off and on, off the wall and back on, but he gets blocked down by M01st, who's going to push on now. Scrym plays it past M01st. It's not going to roll up easily to hit, and M01st is there for the clear. Scrym now is going to let it roll all the way, no need for a second hit. I think the way that M01st dodged back into defence there put him right in between where he could have been to challenge the ball, and just couldn't do anything about that one as it rolled past him. Scrym taking his time with this, pushing it over the top of M01st, and M01st can't do anything about it. He's going to increase his lead to 4 goals now. 2 minutes 20 left. Still plenty of time for M01st to get 4 goals back here. Scrym gets over M01st. Got a chance to push it centre, but that's going to roll wide. M01st taking off his own backboard. Probably not the smartest thing to do, as that's just going to drop down for Scrym to push into the goal. Quite a dangerous play there from M01st to try and work it off his own backboard. He didn't quite have the pace to get a good push on it, and Scrym's going to take advantage of that all day long. Scrym now taking his time, gets that over, but it's over the crossbar. He was going to try and make something work there, but Moist's in for the demo. Plays it off the wall. That's going to go straight on target. And Scrym can't quite get there to push it out. Four goals left now for Moist to make up here. Not the best touch there. He did miss the boost as well, but he gets it there. But Scrym's going to play it over him. Chance to push this center. Misses it on the bounce. Moist now up to try and clear this one out of danger. Scrym trying to play it center, but Moist blocks it. He's going to try and put the pressure on now. Scrym is there back in time for the boost. Moist gets a good touch past Scrym, but Scrym is going to be there to clear it from defense. Moist now taking his time, flicks it, but it's going to go wide. Scrym's turn to push on Moist. Moist in the air to block it, but it's just going to fall for Scrym. Moist relentless on the defensive pressure there. And he's going to play it round Scrym, reduce the deficit to 3 goals. He's got 45 seconds left to get another 3 goals to tie up this game and maybe take it to overtime. But I'm sure Scrym is going to have something to say about it. Scrym takes the advantage on the kickoff, but it's going to fall to Moist to clear out quite easily here. Scrym just waiting midfield, waiting for Moist to make his play. Moist flicks it to the side, but it's going to go wide of the post. Scrym's going to be quite happy to play this one slowly. He can let the clock run down, but that's going to go all the way through, and it's going to bounce off the crossbar now. But Moist is in the air in position to push that one in the corner. Watching this one again, it was the block over the top of the Scrym that fired that one in off the crossbar, and Moist managing to get into the air to convert it. And 20 seconds now. This could bounce nicely for Moist here. And it does. He's got 15 seconds now, 14 seconds to get another goal back and take this one to overtime. Moist now takes advantage of the kickoff and it goes all the way. He's managed to tie up the game 6-6 with 10 seconds left. Now then, Moist is going to take advantage on this kickoff. It's going to roll onto the wall. He could have a chance here. He misses on the wall touch. Still got a chance to play it around Scrym here. Clock is on 0 seconds and that ball's going to drop to the ground. We have overtime in game 1. This is going to fall for Moist to play forward. It's going to go wide of the post. Scrym gets a nice little pinch beside his post to push it out. Moist going to try and keep this safe and dribble it until he can get boost, and he manages it. Moist just patiently waiting in defense to block these. He's going to try and get the dribble on Scrym now. He's taking his time. He tries for the mind games. Takes his shot, but Scrym's parked the bus there, not letting anything past him. Moist now attempting to play it around Scrym on the wall, but he's blocking everything. And the push mid, this could fall for Scrym. Chooses to take the boost instead of the shot. And he's got all the boost on this side now. Moist's got nothing, but he's going to fire that across and it's going to go all the way. 7-6. Moist is going to take the win after an incredible comeback. And then taking it all the way to overtime. Moist manages to take the win in game number 1. And it looked for a while that Scrym was absolutely dominating this match, but Moist somehow manages to pull it out of the bag and takes game number 1. And that all came together for Moist there in the second half of the game. We're going to move on to game 2 now, and as expected, this matchup is an exciting one. 2 of the top players in this tournament meeting in the semi-finals here. Moist now on match point in this best of 3 series. Scrym now with the flick. It's not center. He's gonna get the touch and the boost on Moist here. There's nothing much Moist can do here apart from try and keep possession. And Scrym now with the opportunity to take the early lead. Gets the flick, but Moist's up to block it. Moist now trying to work something of his own, but he gets blocked in midfield. Moist for the shot. Too soft to do any damage. Moist now with the opportunity to an open goal, and he gets it over Scrym. And close one in chat. It was close. Scrym so close to getting the block there, but Moist managing to push it over him. Scrym goes for the demo there instead of the ball. Gonna give himself an opportunity to shoot here, but Moist might be able to get back in time. He doesn't. Scrym pushes it all the way. Perhaps a dirty play, some might say, but it is part of the game. Demo clears the way for an open goal shot there. He's now going to try and shoot this far side, but goes too wide. Scrym's going to try and dribble this. Moist blocks him. It's going to fire up into the air. Moist managing to take control into his own corner. Grabs the boost, and it's his turn to push on Scrym now. Scrym's off to the side. There's not much he can do here. Moist managing to take the lead 2-1. And I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time that Moist has had the lead in regular time in this series so far, because Scrym dominated all through the last game until Moist equalised in the dying moments. Scrym now with the attack. It's going to go off the crossbar. Gets a good touch around Moist. That's going to go all the way. Moist ties up the game 2-2, nearly halfway through game 2 here. If Moist takes the win in this game, he will win the series 2-0. Scrym will desperately want to keep himself alive here and take us to a game 3. Scrym now is going to try and dribble this all the way in. He gets a nice turn on it to get it centre, but Moist saves it. 50-50 between the two players. It's going to bounce out until it falls for Scrym. Moist pushing the ball there. Scrym's going to win the 50-50. He's up in the air to try and push this one down. Moist gets there in time. Now Scrym with no boost. Moist has got the opportunity to get the open goal, and he's got it just in by the post. Moist takes the lead 3-2. Scrym now taking a good advantage off kickoff, but Moist gets the knock onto his own wall to send it out, but Scrym's going to continue the aggression here. Moist with no boost on defence. It's going to let this fall to Scrym, and Scrym with a backwards hit. Moist just not getting there in time. Let that ball fall to Moist was the bad choice there. Perhaps he should have pushed the ball and not let Scrym take the easy shot like that to tie it up. Scrym trying to play it out off his own corner, but Moist manages to get a good control on it. Just to dribble it round and into the goal to take his lead back. Moist could roll all the way center, but Moist gets himself back in position in time. Moist off his own backboard. He's got no boost, but he manages to clear that one out. Scrym's going to take... He misses the mid boost off him. Moist manages to block that, but that's just going to fall down. I was going to say for Scrym to take a shot, but Moist manages to get himself back in defense in time. Scrym now, opportunity to shoot this one over Moist. He manages it. It's going to go all the way, and we're tied up again with 55 seconds left to go. Moist tries to get up to shoot that one center, but Scrym's there as well. Scrym with the boost advantage here, I think. Moist manages to get it, but only as far as Scrym in the center. He's going to have an opportunity here. Misses the touch, and Moist pushes it into his corner, but Scrym's on the boost, and he's here to attack again. Gets one touch, gets two, can't push it in. And a chance to dribble past him. It's going to go all the way to the far post and in. Scrym takes the lead, 5-4 with 23 seconds to go. Now a chance to increase his lead, and he gets it straight off the kickoff. Now, Moist was in this position in the last game. At this exact score, Scrym was leading 6-4 with 20 seconds left, and Moist managed to get the 2 goals back. We'll see if he can do it again in this game. Doesn't get the best touch. It's going to fall to Scrym. And Scrym's just going to take his time with this. That's going to go all the way. That's going to drop down and just off the crossbar. And time has run out for Moist. Scrym will take game number 2, and we will go on to a game 3. We'll 1-1 in the series. This best of 3. This game will decide who is going on to face Gilded Fly in the finals. The loser will drop down to the bronze place match to play against Wazzy. It's game 3 now. Scrym clearing it off his own backboards, only as far as Moist. Moist manages to get around Scrym on the wall, but he's there to push it to the side. Moist with the demo. Plays it onto the backboard, he's looking for the bounce back, but Scrym gets there for the clear. Moist now blocking everything that Scrym's thrown at him. Scrym now is going to wait for this one to drop. Both players been incredibly patient so far in this game. Moist looking for the block there, doesn't manage to get it, and that one's going to sail wide. Going to bounce out mid for Scrym here. Moist's in the air to push it forward again. Scrym now taking his time on this one. Tries to play it around Moist, but he's solid in the midfield to stop it. Scrym with the demo there. He's got time to grab boost and work something out of his own end here. He's got the flick over Moist, but Moist is in the air to stop it and push it wide. And 2 minutes gone nearly. Still 0-0 in this match. Scrym with a good ball up. He's not going to follow it. Moist is in the air. Gets the block off the crossbar. Scrym takes a shot and Moist is up for the save again. And neither players managing to better each other yet. But here we go, Moist going to send that to the side, it's off the post, and Scrym positioned well to push it to the side. Scrym now with the long shot from his own end, nothing Moist can do about that. With about half the game to go, we finally have our first goal. Scrym is going to take the lead 1-0. And Scrym with the long shot, it's going to go wide. He's got a chance to take control here. Scrym shadowing well to get positioned right for that ball forward. And Moist might inadvertently pass it here for Scrym, but he does manage just to clear it well. Moist going to win the corner boost there. Playing it into his own end, so Scrym can't get on it. It's a good touch off the backboard, and he's going to get the dribble here. Scrym nowhere to be seen, and Moist is going to tie up the game 1-1. Great to see the support in the chat today. Guys, thanks for joining us. And Moist with the goal off the kickoff to put himself in the lead. And suddenly, we've got the goals coming. First half of the game with nearly nothing at all. And now Moist could quickly 2 goals to take the lead. It's going to bounce nicely centre, and he gets it over Scrym to increase that lead to 2 goals. A minute 40 left. Moist needs to hold this 2-goal lead, and he will move on to the final. And of course, if you guys didn't know, we have the absolutely massive prize pool today of 500 pennies. 500 pennies, that's right, £5 British. It's going to be paid in the form of a Steam or PSN gift card to the winner. I think all players involved at the moment are PC players, so it will be a Steam gift card. They'll be able to top up their wallet £5, and Scrym gets 1 goal back to take the deficit down to 1. And minute 16 is all to play for here. And that's going to go all the way. I'll admit I wasn't actually looking at the screen there. I had some messages in Discord. Scrym with the touch up from Moist with the clear, and Scrym just knocks it straight back over the top of the Moist. On top of the Moist to equalise the game 3-3 with a minute left. Moist now rolling it up on Scrym's backboard, but Scrym's there for the clear. Moist's going to try and control it now, and he manages well. Gets a nice first touch and then just pushes it centre. Scrym with a great pass, acknowledging his own touch off the backboard might have not have been the best one. Scrym now looking to tie up the game with not much time left. Gets 1 past Moist, but that's going to bounce out. Moist's going to have the opportunity to push it all the way, and he does. He's going to increase his lead to 2 goals with only 30 seconds left. Scrym's got a lot of work to do. It was an unfortunate touch off the roof of Scrym's car that managed to push it so far forward. And with 25 seconds left to go, it does indeed look like Moist will make the Winter Series Finals for the 2nd week in a row. And that's a good touch by Scrym to get it over him. He's still got a chance now with 13 seconds left. As most people know, 13 seconds is an eternity in 1v1s, and this is going to fall quite nicely. All Scrym needs to do is get centre, and Moist pushes it into his own goal to tie up the game. I think he knew there was no way that he was going to get in and behind it. It was going to roll across the front of the goal for Scrym to push in either way, but we have a tie game with 8 seconds left now. And the next goal will win this series, it seems. And the 0-second goal from Moist there. The buzzer beater in the last moment of the game. Moist is going to take the win 6-5, only just. And Moist will move on to the final for the second week in a row. Scrym will move on to the third place match, and he will be coming up against Wazzy just next to find out who will take third place in this tournament and a few extra points in the Winter Series leaderboard. But a great game there with Moist and Scrym. Moist taking the 2-1 win in the series. I'm going to see if Scrym is still ready to play the next game and Wazzy is ready for his